Hey there, press starters. We're thrilled to announce our brand new Discord channel. Join us for insightful discussions on leadership, mindfulness, and all things awesome in the video game industry. Connect with fellow press starters, share your journey, and become part of our supportive accountability club. Ready to level up? Click the link in the show notes and join our incredible community today. Let's press start on this exciting adventure together.
Hey there, press starters, and welcome to the Press Start Leadership Podcast, the podcast about game-changing leadership, teaching you how to get the most out of your product and development team and become the leader you were meant to be. Leadership coaching and training for the international game industry professional. Now, let me introduce you to your host, the man, the myth, the legend, Christopher Mifsud.
Hey there, press starters, and welcome back to another awesome edition of the Press Start Leadership Podcast. On this week's episode, we'll be discussing human-centric leadership, empowering game studio teams through empathy and collaboration. Foster creativity and productivity in the video game industry by prioritizing humanity over resources. In an industry driven by creativity, technological innovation, and market demands, the video game sector is often a fast-paced environment where deadlines loom large, competition is fierce, and the pressure to succeed is ever-present. In such a setting, it's easy for leadership to view members as resources to be managed. However, embracing a people-centric approach that appreciates the humanity of every individual can lead to a more cohesive team, a positive workplace culture, and ultimately, a more successful game development journey. This guide explores how leaders in the video game industry can adopt more human-centric approaches to leadership, focusing on empathy, communication, and team empowerment. Understanding the human-centric approach in leadership. Leadership that values humanity recognizes that each team member is an individual with unique strengths, needs, and motivations. A human-centric approach in leadership prioritizes empathy, open communication, and mutual respect, acknowledging that a team's productivity is intimately tied to its well-being. The key principles of human-centric leadership. Empathy. Taking time to understand and share the feelings and experiences of team members, creating a supportive environment. Open communication. Fostering transparent and honest communication channels where team members feel heard and valued. Empowerment. Enabling team members to take ownership of their roles and contribute meaningfully to the team's success. The business case for human-centric leadership. Adopting a people-focused leadership style isn't just about being kind. It also makes good business sense, and here's why. A supportive and respectful environment encourages risk-taking and out-of-the-box thinking, critical for creative industries like game development. When team members feel valued and empowered, they are more motivated to contribute at their highest potential. A human-centric approach fosters a sense of belonging and loyalty among team members, reducing turnover and improving collaboration. Diverse perspectives and open communication lead to more comprehensive solutions and innovative approaches. Practical steps to lead with humanity in the video game industry. While the principles of human-centric leadership are clear, implementing them in a high-pressure industry like video games can be challenging. To follow are practical steps leaders can take to foster a more humane workplace. Build empathy into the culture. Make a habit of actively listening to team members' concerns, challenges, and aspirations. This helps leaders understand their team's needs and builds genuine relationships. Incorporate regular one-on-one check-ins with team members, focusing on both professional and personal well-being. Foster transparent communication. Maintain an open door policy where team members feel comfortable sharing their thoughts and feedback with leadership. Schedule regular team meetings to share updates, celebrate successes, and encourage open dialogue about challenges. Empower team members. Assign tasks based on individual strengths and career aspirations, allowing team members to contribute meaningfully. Ensure that team members have the tools, training, and support they need to excel in their roles. Recognize and reward contributions. Publicly recognize and celebrate individual and team achievements, from project milestones to creative contributions. Implement programs that reward exceptional contributions, whether through bonuses, extra vacation days, or other perks. Some examples of human-centric leadership in action. Examining real-world examples of human-centric leadership in game development can offer valuable insights into how these principles work in practice. Example 1. Building a collaborative culture. A mid-sized game studio shifted its management style to focus on collaboration and empathy by introducing regular one-on-ones, creating cross-functional project teams, and encouraging transparent communication. The studio saw a marked improvement in creativity and productivity. Employee satisfaction surveys reveal that the new culture increased feelings of trust and cohesion, ultimately leading to a more innovative game launch. Example 2. Overcoming crunch culture. A large game publisher struggled with employee burnout due to relentless crunch culture. By changing its approach to project timelines and prioritizing employee well-being, the publisher was able to reduce overtime significantly. This approach included realistic deadline setting, regular feedback loops, and celebrating incremental progress, resulting in higher quality game development and reduced staff turnover. Example 3. Empowering diverse teams. A small indie studio embraced diversity and inclusion as core values, actively recruiting a diverse team. By empowering these team members to share their unique perspectives and encouraging open dialogue, the studio cultivated a culture of innovation that set their games apart in a competitive market. Challenges and solutions for human-centric leadership. Transitioning to a more human-centric leadership approach is not without challenges. Leaders must navigate issues like balancing productivity with employee well-being and addressing resistance to change. Here are some challenges and solutions. Some leaders may worry that a focus on well-being could reduce productivity. Instead, frame well-being as a productivity booster, highlighting how healthier, happier teams contribute more effectively. Teams accustomed to hierarchical structures may initially resist open communication and empowerment, gradually introduce new practices while consistently reinforcing the benefits. And while empathy is crucial, maintaining professional boundaries is equally important. Clearly define expectations and respect both your own and your team members' personal time. Deepening human-centric leadership in the video game industry. To further embed a human-centric leadership approach within video game studios, leaders must navigate challenges unique to the industry while reinforcing practices that prioritize team well-being, inclusivity, and collaboration. This next part expands on strategies that help leaders maintain this approach through continuous improvement and adaptive management. Continuous improvement in human-centric leadership. Adopting a human-centric approach requires a commitment to continuous improvement. Leaders must regularly evaluate the effectiveness of their management practices, gather feedback, and adapt to the evolving needs of their teams and projects. Some key strategies for continuous improvement. 1. Regular feedback loops. Implement surveys and feedback sessions to gather insights into how leadership practices affect team morale, productivity, and creativity. Analyze the feedback trends to identify patterns in areas requiring change or reinforcement. 2. Iterative adaptation. Use the feedback to refine policies, meeting structures, and project timelines. Involve team members in designing changes to ensure buy-in and practical applicability. Number 3. Leadership development programs. Foster leadership skills throughout all levels of the studio by offering workshops and mentorship programs. Encourage emerging leaders to embody empathy, transparency, and empowerment in their leadership styles. Navigating industry-specific challenges. The video game industry presents unique challenges that leaders must address while maintaining a human-centered approach. Key challenges include managing creative burnout, maintaining project momentum, and fostering inclusivity in competitive environments. Addressing creative burnout. Offer workshops that teach time management techniques, helping team members balance productivity, relaxation. Allow flexible work hours or remote work to help team members manage their time and energy effectively. Maintaining project momentum. Utilize agile methodologies that incorporate iterative sprints, frequent feedback, and manageable workloads. Continuously reinforce the broader vision and purpose behind each project to keep teams motivated through challenges. And fostering inclusivity. Develop recruitment, training, and promotion practices that ensure all voices are heard and valued. Create anonymous channels or safe spaces for team members to share concerns without fear of retribution. Empowering teams through collaborative decision-making. Empowering teams to participate in decision-making processes not only improves outcomes, but also instills a sense of ownership and responsibility. This collaborative approach encourages a sense of belonging and aligns individual efforts with the studio's goals. Collaborative decision-making techniques. Involve teams in discussions around project goals, timelines, and key deliverables to reach consensus on the best path forward. Host workshops where teams weigh the pros and cons of different options using decision matrices or impact effort grids. Building resilience through adaptability. A human-centric leadership style thrives on adaptability. Leaders should foster a culture of resilience, where teams can pivot and adapt without losing sight of their goals or sense of purpose. Fostering resilience and adaptability. Create an environment where experimentation and risk-taking are encouraged. This approach not only drives creativity, but also allows teams to learn from mistakes. After each project or major milestone, conduct post-mortem analysis to identify areas of success and potential improvement. Use the insights to refine future workflows. Celebrating successes and milestones. Celebrating achievements is vital in recognizing individual and team contributions. This recognition fosters a sense of accomplishment and reinforces a culture of appreciation and positivity. Effective celebration practices. Celebrate achievements publicly, whether through all-hands meetings, newsletters, or social media. Provide rewards that align with individual preferences, from financial bonuses to unique perks, like additional vacation days or creative freedom in future projects. Some final thoughts. A human-centric leadership approach is fundamental in creating a work environment where teams can thrive creatively and professionally. By embedding principles of empathy, transparent communication, and empowerment into their leadership styles, video game studio leaders can build cohesive teams capable of navigating the industry's challenges. Continuous improvement, inclusivity, collaborative decision-making, adaptability, and celebration further enhance this approach, ensuring that every individual feels valued and motivated. As the video game industry continues to evolve, the studios that prioritize humanity-centric leadership will find themselves better positioned to innovate, deliver exceptional games, and foster workplace cultures where creativity and productivity flourish side by side. All right, and that's this week's episode of the Press Start Leadership Podcast. Thanks for listening, and as always, thanks for being awesome. And that's a wrap for today's episode, Press Starters. Before we go, I'm excited to share a bit about my indie game studio, Play on Words Studios. Our latest project, Shadow City Mysteries: A Clockwork Noir, is a captivating narrative adventure game that you won't want to miss. Head over to Steam to wishlist it now. Additionally, we're gearing up for an exciting crowdfunding campaign for our tabletop RPG book that's set in the same intriguing world. Join the pre-campaign and stay updated for all the latest news. Check the links in the show notes to wishlist Shadow City Mysteries on Steam and join our tabletop RPG book pre-campaign on BackerKit. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time, keep pressing start on your leadership journey.